I succumbed to the hype and got the Quicklotz Nordstrom general merchandise half pallet, and I'm not mad about it. I follow a lot of resellers here on YouTube as well as on Instagram, and I saw Nicole State's half pallet unboxing and was like, what is this? I had to learn more, and as soon as I did, I decided I wanted to get one. The whole situation with Quicklotz got a little bit dramatic immediately after I placed my order, but I'll talk about that a bit later. In this video, I'm going to be sharing a sneak peek into the behind the scenes of this half pallet, what I got, how I processed it all, and a review on whether or not I thought it was worth it and if I'd do it again. My name is Ashley and I'm a reseller based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. If reseller content is your jam, I would love for you to give this video a like and make sure that you're subscribed so that you get notified when I make a video in the future. I think it's really helpful to get different perspectives when it comes to picking a company to get liquidation from, and so this video is actually in collaboration with my friend Ashley, who's also a reseller. Ashley is a reseller based in the US and I just love learning from her. I love her content here on YouTube and on Instagram, and it's been great to get to know her a bit more as a person. This reselling community is awesome. Ashley also got a half pallet of general merchandise from Nordstrom and will be sharing her experience on YouTube, and I'll be sure to link her video in the description. Ashley also recently ordered a box of clothes from Quicklotz, and so if you're looking to learn more about the different types of options that they have, be sure to check out her channel. And once you watch both of our videos, be sure to let us know, what did you think? Did you like my box better? Did you like hers? Let us know down in the comments. Quicklotz is a liquidation company based in North Carolina. They have a variety of boxes available and they tend to release them kind of sporadically in drops, and they hype people up in social media and let them know when these drops are happening. That's totally how I got sucked in. This specific box that I ordered was a half pallet of general merchandise from Nordstrom. It was $995 USD, and then I paid $170 for shipping, which worked out to about $14.53 Canadian with the conversion. A lot of you were asking what I paid in duties and customs, and I don't actually know yet. They shipped my half pallet via FedEx, and FedEx likes to send the boxes and then send you the invoice after, so we'll see. The box was unmanifested, so you had no idea what the items were going to be, and on the website it suggested that each person would get 200 to 300 items in the order. Spoiler alert, I got double that. With the kind of catch-all of general merchandise, they said it could be a variety of things, including accessories, shapewear, cosmetics, jewelry, handbags, electronics, home decor, a whole mix of things. Anytime you get liquidation, it is a risk. And I knew that getting this box was going to be a big risk and more of a financial investment than I had paid before for any of the other liquidation boxes I got. After watching Nicole's unboxing and also Nikki of Nikki Beauty Buys, I had a better idea of what I could expect, and I decided that the risk was worth it to me. I placed my order on May 28th. I had to reach out to them about a week later to find out how much I was going to be charged in shipping, and they sent me an invoice for that as well, and that was $170 USD. For these half pallets in the US, it's a flat rate of $100, and in Canada, I heard ranges between $160 and $200. It took a couple weeks to ship, but it finally shipped on Friday, June 18th, and then arrived on Monday, June 21st, a couple days ahead of schedule, so I was thrilled. Rather than take you through everything piece by piece, because there were hundreds of items, I filmed as I was going through the boxes to share the highlights, the lowlights, and give you my perspective on what was in the boxes. If you want to skip that part of the video and just get to the recap, I'll be sure to leave some timestamps in the description box. So I just heard a knock on my door and I wasn't sure what it was, and I heard a rustle, and then I went outside and my half pallet's here. I'm so excited and so nervous, and I was just making lunch, but now I want to explore. Anyway, I need to go bring these boxes inside. I'm supposed to be eating my lunch and I have a call in like 12 minutes, but I really want to peek inside one. Like, just what? I just want to see. Sparkly with a hat. Too lit to quit. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. This thing is packed. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, so sparkly. This clothes. What is that? Oh, I see a sensor. Is that a scarf? Okay, I've poked around box one and it's already wild. I don't even know what to make of it. These little Kate Spade earrings. There's a pair of Kendra Scott earrings. Where did they go? I've lost them. but they retail for like $125. This is gonna be wild. This is my life now. I'm just gonna be doing this for a really long time, and I'm so excited to see what I find. So I'm about halfway down this box. I've been trying to sort things. There's tons of sunglasses, tons of jewelry. Some of the price tags are wild. Here's like a whole mix of things. This is the pile of stuff that's just gonna go. And then in here, I've got like clothing and accessories. I went through all of box one. There's nothing that I'm like super wowed by. Like there's some great pieces, there's some UGG gloves, there's a really great leather bag, there's some jewelry pieces that look lovely, there's some glasses and sunglasses frames that are designer, which is great, and they're not scratched, that's awesome. But there's just like so much. I think that's what I'm in awe of, is the sheer abundance of how much there is in here, and I've only gone through one box. I'm feeling good. It's just gonna be a lot of work ahead of me, and I think in some cases I'm gonna need to like lot some of the stuff up, like the hair accessories and that kind of thing. There's also just some stuff that I'm just like, I don't even know what to do with this. Like there's a ton of Betsy Johnson. Let's see if I can find one. Oh yeah, these Betsy Johnson phone rings, like this one, that's a gnome. There's a whole bunch of them. Oh, also, so there's a whole bunch of boxes like these little ones marked as fragile and Christmas ornaments. And I was like, oh, okay, I wonder what this is. And I opened it up, it's wrapped really nicely. And what it is, it's a little banana split Christmas ornament. Like literally a little banana split. And it says it retails for $35. And so I was like, oh, okay, I guess they're all different ornaments. No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the exact same one. So I wonder if this ornament is in demand, or if everyone I know is just gonna get a banana split Christmas ornament to add to their tree next year. Maybe that's it. I'll definitely keep one and have a good laugh about it, but hopefully they'll sell. It's so random. I had a system going on for a little while, and then the system was lost. There's a little pile in there of things that are broken or stained, nothing too bad. Definitely like a very small percentage based on everything that came. That whole box is like hats and scarves. There's a couple bags. That bag that you can see there is an Adidas bag. It's quite nice, but it has a hole in it. Yeah, fascinating stuff. Also, a lot of those collapsible water bottles. Okay, here's box one without the jewelry, sunglasses, hair stuff, and clothing things and accessories. We're gonna go over to box two, and I see a Max Mara tag over here. What are you? Oh my goodness. What is that? Oh, that's a glove. Okay, let's hope this Max Mara glove has a friend somewhere in here. I see a big cushion. Okay, I'm gonna dig into box number two. So that's a Michael Kors watch that I think has had some links removed, but they seem to be in here. And there's a little thing that says retail $550. I don't even know what to say right now. This is wild. So I'm at the bottom of box two. It's been a pretty great box. And then I also just found another Michael Kors watch. This one looks like it has a bit of tarnishing on the back, but still, wow. Also, this scarf I pulled out, wait for it. This scarf I pulled out, I was like, oh, that's just Eileen Fisher. I don't know if I can grab the tag. Anyway, it's an Eileen Fisher scarf. I also found a Girlfriend Collective top. Wow. So I was in box two. I had to take a break for a meeting. I got this thing and I was like, what is it? I didn't understand it, so I looked it up. It's by the company Lexon. It's an Oblio little device, and I looked it up. It's a charging station with a UV sanitizer, and so it has the cord. So I'm gonna test this out, but basically you like pop your phone in here to charge it and to sanitize it, and it looks like a vase. This box is wild, but to go into box number 3. This blue scarf was on top and I just grabbed the tag. Like, are you kidding me? What is happening? OMG, I don't even know what to say. Oh my gosh, wow. I like that as the day has gone on with my hair, it's just gotten more out of control. I got to the bottom of box 3. The Burberry scarf was wild. There was also a rag and bone scarf that had some damage, but still new with tags, good stuff. An All Saints scarf. There's something else in the scarf department. There's a whole bunch of other wild things, but then also a whole bunch of little rubber duckies that are bunnies. I mean, you win some, you lose some. So here is box 4, and at the top was another one of these ornaments. I've lost track. I think I have probably 12 of the same banana split ornament, but let's see what else is in here. That was a journey. Pulled out a Burberry umbrella. I need to make sure that it's still good to go, but it has the little case thing. The umbrella's here. There's a little bit of wear there. New tags, MSRP 190 USD. Oh, I'm dropping things. My office is such a disaster right now. I had a system after box 1. The system went out the window, and like also just things like this bag of jewelry. Like I don't even know. I don't know. There are hundreds of items here. I started to count when I was putting some things in a box and I just lost track. And then when I look at the jewelry and the hair things, I'm overwhelmed. I don't feel compelled to keep much except these Versace glasses frames. These are fun. I like these a lot. May have to get my prescription put in those. They're pretty great. Wow. So I'm gonna continue onward with this video and unpack it all, organize it, get a better sense of what's here. I feel like I'm gonna make a decent amount of money from this half pallet, which feels really good. And yeah, I'm excited. There wasn't too much. Oh, I put the bag over there. I put the bag of stuff that's broken or expired or just like not sellable, and it's not too bad. The main casualty was a bunny. I'll show you the bunny. I think the bunny was broken to begin with, but we lost part of the bunny. That's okay. That's okay, bunny. It's fine. Goodbye, bunny friend. It's now night. I've eaten dinner, but I'm still curious. Even though I'm going through everything, I realized there's one box. I'm like, what went in there? Also, realized that this hat exists. Oh, you know, just a Valentino bucket hat. It's reversible, and there's like some stuff on the inside. Oh, there it is. So I'm gonna have to see if I can get this out, but this retails for a lot of money. Wild, just wild. So I'm gonna go through this pile that's down here. I just kind of like sorted everything, but I'm like, what's in this box? I know there's a lot of hats, maybe some bags, some other things. I don't even know. Anyway, I'm gonna try and sort it better. And then tomorrow I need to get some new bins to properly sort everything. And then I'm gonna have to start photographing and listing all of this because there's just so much. I counted the like clothing, accessories, scarves, hats box, and there was I think like 135 pieces just in there. The hair stuff, I don't even know. The jewelry, there's like, I would say like maybe like 150, I don't know for sure. Then there's just random stuff. Anyway, it's a whole mix. I also want to see, I know there's some duplicates, like the weird Betsy Johnson gnome key rings, but I want to see how many there actually are. Yeah, anyway, that's my update. I'm gonna be at this for a while. Yesterday, I took the day to organize and put things into groups. I kind of felt like I was doing an activity in like preschool or like Montessori school where I needed to group like with like things, and used a lot of plastic baggies and organized a lot of things. So that felt really good. And then I had dinner, and then last night I sat and did all of the jewelry. I ended up with about 130 pieces of jewelry. I maybe took this one and took it for myself, but there's probably about 150 total. Some were broken, missing earring backs, missing a second ear. A lot of earrings were just like missing things, and some were just like tangled beyond repair, but I was able to get most organized. And look, this is what I ended up with. So I grouped everything together. So there's like little packs of earrings that all match or just like are similar, or if there's like a one-off piece, I put it in its own little bag. So I figure when I go to inventory it all, it's just gonna be easier to see what I have and keep things organized. I was doing a bit of research on eBay yesterday, and it looks like people have been selling similar lots like this. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. A lot of these earrings retailed for like $15 to start with, and then Nordstrom had them on sale for like $7.50. So I don't feel like on their own they would sell for a lot, but I feel like people would be into a lot of them. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. There's a few higher end items, including the watches, which are in their own little bag over here. I think I'm gonna take those to a watch place and have the batteries replaced and just make sure that they're good to go. That way I'll have that peace of mind, and happy to make that investment, especially if I'll be able to flip it for a little bit more and know that it works. Speaking of grouping items together, yesterday I did a lot of grouping. And so there was just like tons of items, like, you know, a ton of these water bottles, or, you know, a ton of rubber ducks that are bunnies. I showed my partner this morning and he said the blue ones don't look healthy. Like, they're not healthy bunny ducks. I agree. So there's a lot of that stuff. A whole bag of masks. I took out the ones that looked like they'd already been used or opened and didn't feel good about them. Some of these I might keep. I don't know, I might lot them all together as well and just get rid of those. Another thing there was so much of are these, like, I don't even know what to call them, wallet purses, but it's like you can put your cards in or like a piece of ID, and then there's a strap. There's so many. There's a lot in this like blue and green, and it has like snakeskin on the other side. There's pink. There's also a ton of these phone cases. So it's a phone case. I don't even know what size phone it fits, but then it has a strap. You can put cards. I'm like, is that safe? Do people use these? I don't know. They're very sparkly. They retailed allegedly for $40. I can't believe that to be true. But then they were on sale for $6.50, but I guess no one bought them because I ended up with so many of them. Another thing I ended up with a lot of that I don't totally know what to do with is these kits that have a mask, a hand sanitizer, a wipe. I feel like it would be helpful to have a couple of them for like traveling and stuff, but the rest, I don't know. I might sell them as a lot, or I might try and donate them. This one has a bunch of phone accessories and things. I need to see what works and what doesn't, but that's in there. This one is all phone cases. The cases are nice. I just feel like phone cases have such a limited time because people get new phones, but I guess there are people who have different models of phones. I think a lot of these, one is the iPhone 12 mini. This one's, I think a lot of them are iPhone 11 or XR. So probably a lot of people still have that phone, and they're nice cases, so we'll see about those. Oh, also, my shipping station is just a mess. There's a bunch of things that I'm keeping. There's a bunch of things I'm not sure of. And then there's also just clothes, because I was gonna do a thrift haul before the box came. I still am gonna do that, and the thrift haul will come out before this video, but my life got turned upside down by this box. There's just other things that I don't know what to do with it. Like this Ariana Grande perfume that's clearly been opened. It's very fancy little packaging. It has like a little poof. It smells like what I would imagine it to smell like. There's a couple of dents on the bottle. It feels fairly full. Do people people buy that? I need to do some research. Can I sell perfume? Can I ship perfume? I don't know. I have so many questions. Things in this box keep surprising me. So I found this. It was just wrapped in bubble wrap and in a plastic bag. It's sealed and it has the reeds in it. So it looked like a reed diffuser, and it's in the fragrance Santorini. So I was like, okay, I've never heard of this brand, Antica Farmacista, but I looked it up and this is like $68 USD, I think. So yeah, anyway, that was surprising. This was a gift set that obviously this piece went missing, so I might keep this, not totally sure. Paul and I were having fun with this famous women trivia game this morning. I'll probably just keep this because it is opened and there's probably a few pieces missing. Also super random Fila like grip things. I don't know how much they sell for, but we'll sell those. This was this is a foot cream. This is actually sealed, so the box is in rough shape, so I'll probably just sell it out of the box, but this was selling for like $27, so I'll be able to sell that one. It looks quite nice. I'm gonna keep this USB cable because it's a long one and it's pink, and it retails for like $6, so that's fine. What else is over here? Oh, this is one of the pieces of makeup that I think is actually in new condition. It's just an Urban Decay eyeshadow in the color Midnight Blast. $22, was at Nordstrom Rack for $12.47, so that was there. What else is over here? Oh, I'm gonna keep this little mask pouch just for like traveling and stuff. It's got a little mark on it, but that's fine. I'll keep that. What else is over here? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a blackhead extractor. I definitely went and researched if these actually work. Probably gonna keep that. I looked this up. So this is a device that helps you fall asleep faster, apparently, and I think it retails, I want to say, for like $80 or so. So anyway, so that's interesting. It like helps you fall asleep better. Fun times. Oh right, I forgot there was another watch. Opening things with one hand is hard. Oh gosh. There we go. This watch. Oh right, it had the security sensor on it. Anyway, it's a nice watch. Just waiting for my giant magnet to arrive. I'd ordered it a couple weeks ago in anticipation of all of this coming. So anyway, that watch. And then, oh, there's this cream. I know nothing about this cream, but I may keep it. It doesn't look like it's been used, but it has definitely been opened. I don't know. We'll see about that cream. Anything else over here in this pile? Oh, this is, I don't know if I showed this yet, but it's a girlfriend collective. It's the Topanga high neck sports bra in the color plum. I think I'm gonna keep this for myself. It's in a size medium. It's just really nice, and I'm gonna see if I can try and find the matching pants. This is a little glass we're probably gonna keep, apparently $30, but I don't know, it's just a glass and I'd prefer probably not to ship that, so we'll just keep that as well. Anyway, clearing this off. Oh, this mug. I don't even know what we're gonna do with this mug. I love you this much. Little coffee lover in your life somewhere. Maybe sell that. How much did that sell for? It was $10. Anyway, I'll try and sell that. We'll see. Or maybe if there's a coffee lover in my life, I'll give it to them as a gift. Okay, I'm gonna clear this off. Oh right, there were these. Daisy by Marc Jacobs. Those are both opened. And then I think this is an external charger for your phone. I haven't tested this yet. There was also a little pair of earbuds that I had over here that I'm currently charging to see if they work. Oh gosh, I think I just made this mess worse, but it's gonna be clear soon. It's been about a week and a half since my half pallet arrived. I've had the chance to go through everything, inspect it, sort it, inventory it, and start photographing and listing the items. I don't actually have a full count of everything that I received. On my inventory spreadsheet, the total is 531, but that doesn't account for the things that I threw away. I think there was around 30 to 40 items. It fit in one Nordstrom Rack plastic bag, and it was mostly items that had been damaged, broken, like the bunny. There were some cosmetics that were used. I was actually really disappointed about the cosmetics because there were some higher end brands, but I just didn't want to take a chance. I'm also donating a bunch of stuff. I would estimate around 40 to 50 items. There was a bag of toques and scarves and earmuffs that were all new with tags. I donated them to a clothing drive that was collecting items for LGBTQ plus organizations. And then I also have a bag of things that I'm gonna donate to Value Village so I can get the coupon. The stuff that I'm donating to Value Village is in okay condition, but it was kind of stuff that had like 2 or more flaws. That just didn't seem worth it for me to photograph and list and have to disclose more than 1 flaw for each item. In that bag, there were some scarves, there were some sunglasses, and a few other things. And then there's a bunch of stuff that I'm keeping. Some of the things I'm keeping I wanted, like the Versace glasses. I'm so excited about those. I also kept this really cute headband that I've been wearing nonstop for probably a week and a half while I wait for my haircut, which is later today. Also, I've got this little Invisibobble. I really like these hair elastics, they're the coily ones. There was a box that had one missing, so I was like, ooh, I will keep those. There's also some things that I kept just because it was easier, like a random pair of socks that were new with tags but didn't actually have the tag, and they were just Betsy Johnson socks. I was like, those are for me. I have a bag that sort of felt like I was trick-or-treating and just being like, 2 for you, 1 for me, 5 for you, 1 for me. I gave my partner a couple of things, including a belt, and I walked up to him and I was like, I have a present for you. And he was like, do you have a present, or did you just pull something out of the box and you're gonna give it to me? Rude. So in terms of processing, as you saw, I went through everything and did a first pass and tried to separate things and organize them. I did an okay job with that, and I definitely had to keep organizing as I went. I untangled a ton of jewelry one night. I just laid it all out and just sat there untangling while I was watching a show. The hair stuff I haven't really dealt with yet. It's just in plastic bags at this point, and I counted and there's about 80 pieces. A lot of them are scrunchies and headbands and kind of more inexpensive things, so I think I'll probably end up lotting them all together. Once I got everything organized into tubs and bags, I went through my inventory list and just started to list it all out, just to help me get organized and just help make it easier in the future. It also gave me a spot to do research, list comps, and that way when I started listing things, I had something to refer back to. And then that's when I started photographing and listing everything. There is so much to photograph and list. Rather than listing all of the higher end items first and then going through everything accordingly, I've just been trying to list in lots and just like go through a bin, photograph, and list everything in there. Because I feel like that'll keep me motivated to list the things I don't really want to list. Like, of course, I want to list the Burberry scarf. I already have. But I also want to have incentive to list the lower end stuff as well. So that's why I'm doing it that way. Is there anything you do with liquidation that helps you to stay organized when it comes to doing your inventory, photographing, and listing? Let us know down in the comments. So with liquidation, there's always going to be a percentage of items that are flawed, damaged, and you're not going to be able to sell them. I have to say that in my box, the number of damaged items was pretty low. And some of the things I donated were new with tags, but they were just lower end, and I decided that they would be better off being donated to people who need them. Some of the items that were new were indented or open boxes, but I'll still be able to sell them, so that's great. There were 2 pairs of mismatched UGG gloves. They're really nice gloves. I don't know what to do. Have you ever tried listing a single glove? Let me know. There was a mix of seasons, from summer hats to winter gloves and everything in between. There was also very specific seasonal stuff like hats for Valentine's Day or actual Valentines. There was stuff for Easter, there was St. Patrick's Day, there was Christmas stuff like all of those ornaments. So it was a whole range of things. And most of the items were in sellable condition, which is awesome. I had to do a little bit of work on some items, just giving them a wash to get out like deodorant stains. Also, that Valentino bucket hat, I got the marks out of it and it is good as new, which is amazing. Most of the electronics worked, which was awesome. And this is all new territory for me because I am used to selling women's clothing, so it definitely pushed me outside my comfort zone. As I was going through the boxes, I showed you some of the pieces I was excited about and also some of my like WTF moments, and I thought I'd give you some of the highlights and the lowlights. Let's start with the lowlights. Betsy Johnson, what were you thinking? So I got 12 of these Betsy Johnson key rings that you stick on your phone. I've had one of these rings. It's very helpful because it allows you to hold on to the back of your phone. It's kind of like a pop socket, but it's a ring. But these ones, sultry gingerbread person, there's gnome friend, and there was one of these lips, which I think is the nicest one out of all of them, but there was a lot of them. I kept finding these and I was like, oh, another one. Cool, cool, cool. Nordstrom says the comparable value is $28 and they retail for $7.97. I might lot some of them together so you get all 3. We'll see, we'll see. I think I showed all the pleather wallets on strings and the phone cases on strings. I got a lot of those. And again, I think I'll probably try and lot them together and see if they'll sell that way. And so when you take into consideration that I have 531 items listed on my inventory, some of them are in multiple quantities, like the Betsy Johnson key rings or those pleather wallets on straps. Oh, where is it? So many of the items were new or new without tags. Some of them were clearly customer returns. Like this baby carrier. It's the brand Ergo Baby, and I looked up this item and it retails for like $180. I've never sold a baby carrier, but I was like, I would maybe give it a go. But then I opened it and like, this has been used. Like this has seen at least one baby, maybe two. It smells like detergent, which is good, but it's covered in hair. Oh, that's a hair, oh gosh. I don't think I have it in me to try and get this into sellable condition. I might change my mind, I don't know. Just gonna put that back in there. Like, not the worst thing, and I've definitely seen things in worse conditions at the thrift store, but like, a lot of guts this person had to return this. They're like, you know, my baby and I, we're done with this, so I'm gonna return it to Nordstrom and get my $180 back. There was also those banana split ornaments. There's so many. I think I might have to give one to like a bunch of my friends and then I'll still have a bunch to sell. So we'll see. It would have been really cool if they were all different ornaments, and I would have probably kept them because I like collecting new Christmas ornaments every year, but the same banana split ornament made me laugh. Not a popular choice, it seemed. This was another one that made me scratch my head, but only once I opened it. It's a hot styling brush. It isn't a high-end one. Like, it only retailed for $15 at Nordstrom, says comparable value $25. So it's a cheapy one, but you know, I was like, cool, if it works, I can still sell it. So I pulled it out, plugged it in, and I'm like, oh, it's working. Oh, that's someone's hair. Oh wow, oh wow. So yeah, that's I don't think I have it in me to clean out someone's hair for like $10. Also, there were so many festive headbands, like more than you would know what to do with. So these ones that are kind of like little reindeer ears, I think. This one, it says kiss me. Also for Valentine's Day, a little heart arrow, just festive. What else? Oh, there's like unicorn horn ones in here. There's another bag somewhere else that has even more festive headbands. It's a lot of festivity for all of the holidays that you want to celebrate. At least they're not used. And then there were a couple of things that had just gone like slightly wrong. Like, there was a little Ted Baker notebook, and I saw it at my first pass and I was like, oh, it's a Ted Baker notebook, maybe I'll just keep that. And so I put it in a box, and then when I pulled it out for my second pass, I noticed, one, someone had taken whatever pen had gone with it and had just put like a Bic ballpoint pen in there. I was like, okay. And then I turned it over and someone had written on it. So anyway, that made me laugh a lot. This bracelet also made me laugh a lot. I was like, oh, it's new with tags. But if you have a look, someone just didn't spell beautiful right. This is on my desk right now and it makes me laugh every time. Oh, there was also the rubber ducks that were bunnies. Probably just lot those up and try and sell them. We'll see. I got a ton of these water to go water bottles, but the thing that made me laugh was this flask to go one. Not at the product, because you know, maybe someone wants to take a flask to go, but the back made me laugh. Flask to go is a foldable container that allows you to discreetly take your blank anywhere. Perfect for tailgating, concerts, sporting events, camping, boring college classes, or any time on the go. I have one bin that has a lot of that stuff in it, and it sort of feels like I have my own personal cashier aisle when you go to like Nordstrom Rack, Winners, Marshalls, any one of those stores, and you're looking at things and you're like, I would never think to buy this, but here, I might get it now. That's what that whole bin feels like. In terms of my favorite pieces that really wowed me, there was the Burberry scarf, and that retailed for like 470 USD. There was also the Burberry umbrella, which is quite nice as well, retailed for 195 USD. There was the Valentino bucket hat that I was able to rescue, and I think that retailed for over $300 USD as well. There was the two Michael Kors watches. I'm gonna take them both to a watch place to see if I can get the batteries replaced and just know that they're working, and then I'll have that peace of mind when I go to sell them. There was also some really great gloves. I know that when I watched Nicole's video, she had a ton of gloves and each of the pairs retailed for like over $100. And I had some great gloves from UGG, Hestra, and Max Mara, as well as just some great basic leather gloves that anyone might want to buy. The Versace glasses, I love them. I have an eye appointment in a couple of weeks and I'm gonna make sure that those frames are good to go and probably get a new prescription put in there or just my old prescription. So you might see those glasses appearing soon in a video. There was some really great cosmetic stuff and the ones that I was able to use or keep, that was great. So there was the Shiseido cream that I'm gonna keep for myself. There was also a Charlotte Tilbury cream that actually just sold last night, so that's fantastic. There's a lot of scarves and many of them were just like a basic Nordstrom brand, but they were cashmere or silk and made of really great materials. But then there was also others that were higher end brands like Rag & Bone, All Saints, Eileen Fisher, Karl Lagerfeld. There was some really cool tech pieces and most of the tech stuff worked, which was awesome. So there was that phone charger and sanitizer, and there was also this other device that helps you to fall asleep easier. And then there were other pieces from brands that I had never heard of, and then when I looked them up, I was happily surprised. So one of them was Eric Javits, not sure how to pronounce that, but Eric makes hats and these hats retail for hundreds of dollars. So this one is a visor and I had another hat, so that was really great as well. Overall, I'm really happy with the experience. I went through a wave of emotions of getting excited about it, the adrenaline that was pumping when I finally got to place my order, and then a little bit of spiraling once I started to see the information about Quicklotz coming out and some people not getting great boxes, and I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? And then when mine arrived, I got good feelings again, so it was like a whole wave of emotions that I went through. Liquidation is always a risk, I can't stress that enough, but I went into this unboxing with that in mind and realized that the money that I invested might be a loss. And I still don't actually know the total cost because I'm still waiting on that customs invoice. My half pallet turned out to be quite good, but I know that that's not the case with everyone's experience. Right after I placed my order, there was a lot of buzz about Quicklotz on social media, and some people got some pretty terrible things. There was some really gross stuff, some really damaged things, some really terrible customer returns that landed in boxes, and I've also heard some mixed things about people's experience with customer service, and that's really troubling as well. I can only speak to my own experience. The box was good. Shipping was fine. But I did have to contact customer service to get my shipping invoice sent to me, and then I also had to prompt them to find out when my box was going to be shipped as well. On the website it said it might take 10 to 14 days for your box to be shipped, but I know that mine was a little bit longer than that. In the end, it worked out and I'm happy with what I got, and I'm happy with the experience that I got, but I definitely want to be mindful of other people's experiences, especially because I'm making this video and sharing my experience with you. It's been a lot of work, and it's still going to be a lot of work as I photograph and get everything listed to Poshmark and cross-list to eBay. During my first pass, I made notes on things, especially when I was inventorying them, and then as I've gone through them again to photograph and list them, I've been noticing other flaws. It's really important wherever you get your inventory from, whether it is from liquidation or a thrift store or consignment or your own items, to understand what the flaws are, see if you can fix them or disclose them in your listings. In terms of tools that I've been using on this liquidation, I picked up a heat gun, and that's been a game changer because you can heat up the price tag stickers and take them off really easily. I also ordered a magnet to take off security tags. I'm still waiting for that in the mail, but I have to say not a ton of my items had security tags, so that was good. I picked up plastic bags to store some of the smaller items in. I picked up new bins because I definitely didn't have enough. I also picked up jewelry boxes to store and ship out some of the jewelry pieces, and I'll be sure to link all of these things down in the description box. This liquidation experience has kicked me in the butt in the best possible way as a reseller. Between processing, sorting, photographing, listing this sheer quantity of items, and also stepping outside my comfort zone in terms of the types of items that I sell. And it's also given me access to luxury brands like Burberry and Valentino that I've never come into contact with, so that's pretty cool. The experience is also really encouraging me to get on the eBay train because some of these items I know are gonna sell better on eBay, and some of the things I can't even list on Poshmark, so that's gonna be good. I recently shared that I left my full-time job and I'm focusing more on reselling, and I have to say that this would have been really hard for me to do if I still had my full-time job. It's taken up so much time and energy and space, and there's just so much work to do. So far I've listed about 50 items and 4 have sold, and that's just been in a couple of days, so that's really promising. The highest value items in the box were the Burberry scarf, the Valentino hat, and I think the lowest items, maybe I threw them away, maybe the ducks. Folks have been asking me if I would order again, and I'm leaning towards yes, but I do want to get everything listed and see how it sells first before I make a decision. I also want to get that customs invoice to fully understand what my cost was. I can speculate on what I think is gonna sell well, how much I'll earn, but I wanna see that evidence first before I make a decision. I also have a lot of work to do before I even think about ordering anything else, so I'm gonna do that first. Now that you've seen and heard more about what I got, and maybe you've watched Ashley's video as well, do you think it was worth it? I'd love to hear from you if you would ever order a half pallet like this. And if you have any outstanding questions about liquidation, ordering liquidation in Canada, Quicklotz, this half pallet, leave them down in the comments and I'll be sure to answer. If you came over from Ashley's video, hi, thank you so much for being here. And if you haven't yet watched Ashley's video and you want to see more of what it's like to get one of these half pallets, be sure to go check out her video. That link is in the description. If you're not already following me on Instagram, I highly recommend you check me out over there. Ashley and I are going to be doing a live very soon about liquidation and our experience with these half pallets. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like. If you're thinking about taking the leap on a box of inventory from a liquidation company, I highly recommend checking out this video, which talks about my experiences with liquidation prior to ordering from Quicklotz and what to look for if you're ordering from a liquidation company. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.